Hello, can you hear me now?
We can.
Can everyone hear me? I'll start with a poem for these times. I cut your hair, not to steal your power, nor to harvest your soul, nor because I prefer you neat and proper, shipshape, which might be hard to achieve with my lack of experience and clipper skill, though you'd make a fine galleon. More for the little voyages the scissors take around each blushing ear, the way you freeze, like a hare surprised in a field that might still be invisible, each breath synchronized with the breeze. Then that hairdresser's trick where I raise a silver swathe between the teeth of the comb, slip it through my fingers, sense wiry resistance as I peck small overlapping triangles. There's an accidental moment of passionate concentration when I stretch out the locks either side of your face, checking for symmetry. On second thoughts, perhaps one more layer will balance everything, reward your trustful waiting. It might still come right.
Wonderful.
My forthcoming book from Press, going to be launching soon. A shortish one and a slightly longer one. And this first one kind of riffs on Kitty's and Denise's poems a bit, in that it's got an X-ray in it and it's a heart poem. And it's kind of about a misconception. You have to listen carefully to hear it. When we have fears. That evening in Pizzeria San Giorgio, when by mistake you ordered a 3 Seasons, I thought the one you'd rather avoid must be l'Inverno, but you said Primavera, green shoots, cherry tomatoes, the risk of too much joy. Then, at a routine checkup, that cloud in your chest that darkened one side of the X-ray you glimpsed on a screen while a consultant was out of the room. You carried it in secret for a month between appointments, thinking it a tumour, best not mentioned, not wanting to worry me, till one night, reckless with relief, you told me, when you plucked up the courage to ask, it turned out to be nothing, dearest, nothing but the shadow of your heart. I think it is quite hard to read X-rays when you're not radiologists, and we can be quite frightened by what we see on a screen. And then this last one is about a word I discovered when I was on a poetic retreat in County Cork. And it's such a wonderful word. It's the Chinese word for long, straight, slender things. And I explain it in the poem. Long, straight, slender. This tiao is a Chinese word for long, straight, slender things. It can include, for example, belts, branches, rivers, journeys, news events, and the human spirit. She's waiting in line at the Peninsula Post Office, fragrant with walkers of the wild Atlantic Way, damp anorak, banana skin, boot mud, coming in from the mountain, the river path. Phone lines converge and news, a calendar of market days, reminder of a curry night. A TV murmurs from the inside room. Events beyond Land's End pile up behind the counter, coded in letters or newsprint. Cards from children in another country, carefully cheerful. A girl conceived in Carolina. Tremors in Abruzzo. A devastating typhoon in Guangdong. They keep coming, sweeping over the horizon like weather fronts. Atlantic waves. A peninsula starts out broad like a muscled arm at the shoulder. Then it drops, narrows, repeats itself in fractals, dips stony fingers into the sea. She's always lived on this slim rib of land, somewhere and nowhere, not far from the place where footpaths end. The opposite headland appears and fades according to the mist, and with it the 9 o'clock news, Wi-Fi connection. If the coastline were a thread, say a ribbon, dropped in the waves by the dear wife of Finn McCool, and if one day this woman pulled that ribbon straight, shaking it out above the spray, she'd see how much more there is than she ever thought. It would be as long, as slender as her soul. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you.
Bravo.
Have you read it to us again?